It's like after the baby is born, the support disappears. Sometimes we have to still be a mom when we're sick. Not really necessarily about you anymore. Rashes are really common with newborns. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about things I wish I knew as a first-time mother. Of course, I've learned these things along the way, so I just want to share that with you guys. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, but without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So for this video, I actually wrote a lot of things down on my phone. I'm going to start with diaper rashes. So diaper rashes are really common with newborns if you're not constantly changing their diaper. And sometimes babies can just get diaper rashes just from the things they put inside of them. So for instance, sometimes my daughter's poop or pee would give her a diaper rash depending on what she ate, just because of the acid that's in it. But for diaper rashes, I actually recommend a prescribed diaper rash cream because none of the diaper rash creams worked for us. We literally tried all of them. Also, instead of diaper rash creams, I feel like Vaseline worked the most if you don't have a prescribed diaper rash cream. It's better and it's not so harsh on your newborn. So I recommend using Vaseline if you can, but having a prescribed diaper rash cream is chef's kiss. It actually cured my baby's diaper rash in a day. And I'm not sure what they have in the ingredients, but just ask your prescribed pediatrician for your child what diaper rash cream they recommend. On to the next thing, which is breast milk. For the breastfeeding moms, breast milk is actually really good, and it actually is good for different things. So it's really a healing milk. It heals a lot of things. For instance, sometimes you can actually put your breast milk on your baby's diaper rash and it will heal. Also, you can put breast milk in your baby's bathtub if they're breaking out. Also, if your newborn is sick, breast milk is really good. Your body tells your boobs to produce something, I'm not sure what it's called, but to heal your baby because it knows your baby is sick, which is really insane, crazy. It's crazy how God created all this. So in your breast milk, it will create whatever it is that it needs to make sure that your baby is getting what she or he needs while she or he is sick. On to the next thing, which is support. As a first-time mom, you're so excited to become a mom. You feel like you're gonna have so much support, but you really do not get that. It's after the baby is born, the support disappears. I don't know why it works like that, but it's for me personally, when I had my child, I had my mom, my main family was my support, but for instance, my friends and things like that, support was never there. If I needed somebody to watch my child, I couldn't call my friend, or if I needed somebody to bring me some diapers or something because I couldn't get out the house to go get them, I didn't have a friend to call. So it was always constantly going to my parents and close family, my grandmother and things like that. So I feel the support is just really overrated when you're pregnant, but when the actual baby comes, I feel the support decreases. And I'm not saying this goes for everybody because some people have top tier support, but for me personally, the support was just not there after I had my child. On to the next thing, tracking your feeding and your baby's naps is really important. I feel you should track your baby's feedings and their naps just because it helps you schedule your day out. So for instance, if you notice that your baby likes to eat in the morning, well, not eat necessarily, but if you realize that your baby wants milk in the morning and in the afternoon and then later in the evening, and then you can actually kind of schedule around that. Also with the naps, you can really schedule around those. So once you notice when your baby's kind of getting sleepy, things like that, you can lay them down for a nap, and then you can actually plan out your day just because you know when they're eating and when they want to take a nap. And as a mom, you have to plan around your child's schedule. It's not really necessarily about you anymore. So planning around your child's schedule is really helpful. I definitely recommend tracking the feedings and your baby's naps. On to the next thing, which are newborn baths. Baths are really not necessarily recommended as a newborn. I feel babies don't really need an actual bath. You could just literally just wipe them down. Baths for a newborn, it's just too much for them just because they're not necessarily getting dirty. They're in the house all day and probably in a onesie or whatever you have them in. So it's they're not necessarily getting dirty to the point where they need a full bath. Also, their skin is really sensitive when they first come out. So I just recommend wiping them down with a warm washcloth or something like that. But an actual bath, don't necessarily recommend doing that. On to the next thing, which is parenthood. Parenthood is actually not as easy as it looks. For me personally, I thought it was going to be way easier than it is, but it really isn't. You're actually like raising a child to become a person, and not just a regular person, but a like great person, and the person that you would like them to be. So it's really like sometimes stressful, and you just want to like always continuously do things that you think is going to benefit your child. So sometimes it gets overwhelming as a first-time mother. Also, if you become a single mom, it gets even harder because you're like the guaranteed parent around, and everything is actually depending on you. So it's like, if you don't go pick up your kid from daycare, or if you don't feed them, or if you don't do this, or if you don't have time to go to the grocery store, if you don't have time for certain things, being a parent just comes with a lot. I feel like people don't necessarily talk about the hard things around being a parent, and I feel like it needs to be talked about more, just because like in reality we see like people in the stores and stuff like that with their kid, and it looks just so lovely and so peaceful. But at the end of the day, sometimes we have to still be a mom when we're sick, when we're depressed, when we have anxiety, things like that. Like, and we still have to be a mother. And if you're a single mom, like I said, once again, you don't have somebody that you can just drop your child off with if you're having a bad day or if you're sick. So it gets really, really tough. You have to make sure that you just put your child first, and also just keep a good spirit, keep positive energy, and keep positive people around you, people that can support you and things like that, just so that you can stay continuously being a great parent for your child. In my previous video, I actually talked about breastfeeding must-haves, so if you're interested in that, check that video out. This is the end of the video. If you like today's video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.